Hi, everyone. This is the School of the Woman Christ, and I am Theodore Cottingham, bringing forth the privilege for you to be it, or announcing it, the Annunciation of you, the Emancipation Proclamation from all men, from all flesh, from the earth world. Are you willing to be a new Christ? Christian, not again. For the Christians have scorned me, scorned my message, scorned my words, scored the impossible dream, not, or are you changing what you know is possible? Is it your time? Isn't it your time to come forth, women Christ, women as Christ, equal to Christ, equal with Christ, Christ being Christed, wearing the womb, delivering the child, becoming the one in love's first stance of you? Are you willing to see a new life and be it? Creating it, changing what you see and how you see it. What words you describe your life with. I change everything, and my name is Theodore Cottingham. Or is it yours in two shoes, Christ, with your name on your forehead? You becoming love, doing the miracles Jesus did and more. It's your time. If you know you are Christ or willing to be it. The truncated message of Christ, no more being given you to define it as a man of history. The woman story will come forth now. The woman of Christ, not a concubine, but a leader. There are many who know you are a leader. You've been suppressed. So many of you are suppressed, obsessed, possessed by thoughts that think you're something other than what you are, but you're a leader. You're a lover. Will you love each other? Will you become a forgiver? Will you no longer define Christ as male? Will you no longer, please no longer define Christ as somebody of history, but begin to see you are it, and you as it become equal to it, with it. You say, oh, you are not God? Maybe not. But are you willing to become the equal I am, the I am that is equal, the consciousness that no longer separates it from its own creator? You no more separating from you, the creation of you, the creator of you. Creation has the seed within itself, you see. Bring forth the lamb, bring forth the love, and sacrifice yourself no more on the altar of other brethren or people who want to use your body or want you to conform to their image. The ignorant use the ignorant. Wow, I've never said that before. The ignorant use the ignorant to be beast of burden. To be ignorant. The ignorant want to retain their ignorance and control the ignorance. And you can spell that with a word ending in CE or TS. Ignorance, TS, plural. When you're willing to no more let your lexicon rule you, determine your life and what you identify as. When you're willing to go beyond the vocabulary of the righteous, the religious, when you're willing to learn new words, being given you from within, will you no longer be afraid to speak them, to write them? Are you willing to learn from within? You have a womb, a physical womb, and whether you have a physical womb or not, men and women, women and men, people of the earth, you have a spiritual one. Spirit, consciousness, energy. Your mind, not limited to your mechanical mind. Will you see a greater mind at work, the mind of God? The mind of God. But are you willing to see, feel, and become the knowledge, the coherence, the collective, one of the equals, one of the equal with God, a many-membered one, who no longer fashion form and flesh, to begin to see that before God was, you are, I am. The I am is becoming I am again, and we will no longer worship at the base of the mountain like the people in the story of Moses. They were afraid, the people were afraid of the lightnings, the thunder, the presence of God, the power of God. I'm asking you to please no longer be afraid of your power, of life giving life to itself, to be another no more than the real I am, the life source of one who creates lovers of molecules, not again. Will you no longer love your flesh? Or will you put it out, not? Put it out to pasture, not? Decrease it, decease it? Or will you change the very form of you by your former methods, not, but by the new covenant? You know it's your time. Some of you who will, whosoever will, whosoever declares me null and void, not, or are you willing to come and to see your power and behold it, women? To no longer be under man, no longer seeking a God to serve, to please, to appease, no longer in the servitude of the righteous, the religious. Learning who you are. Learning you have the capacity to create without man's seed again. Do you hear me? Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you understand parthenogenesis? Will you look it up? We become believers, not, but becomers. Will you see Jesus, the pattern to become it? It's your time if you're willing. It's your time to create the new you without the word of man, without the word of religion, without a book called the Bible or whatever your holy book has been in the past. I wrote the book, Jesus the Pattern, because I've been given the new covenant. The new covenant me, for you to be the new covenant you, for you to crown you with loving kindness and a new creation that's conscious, that becomes conscious of your power, of your regal nature, of your infinite capacity to create. Will you walk on water? Or will you just want attention and become an influencer? To do this, to do that, to make money, to draw people's eyes upon you? Or will you give them your life? The very source of life. The source of you. Will you and your source no longer be separate? Will the teacher within you be you? Will you understand the way the new covenant works? Will you understand Jesus, the pattern? No longer an idol in your mind to worship it. You know it's your time, some of you. And it's costly to walk out of this world and into another one, to create a new one. Creating a new consciousness. A consciousness creating you that you control, no longer to be separate, but surrender. You begin to learn to surrender to be who you really are. It's your time. Many of you know who you are, and you know what I'm talking about. Whether I give voice to it appropriately for what you have been taught or not. But you sense something wrong with the world. You don't fit in here. You're not accustomed to all of this brutality. You're no longer mesmerized by the eloquence of preachers, priests, scripture. You're no longer hypnotized to be a concubine for another. Will you have coffee with me sometimes? Some of you are coming to Eureka Springs, Arkansas to see me, to be me. Be me, be my breath, my breath. The consciousness that brings forth the breath, the Creator's breath, the Creator's consciousness. No longer the consummation with sorrow's genes, genetics of truth. Will you become the geneticer, the truther, the Christer? The Christ, not a man, not a historical figure, not a fable, not a myth, but a story, the story of the promise of the new birth. The new birth of you. Not being in your clothes anymore, but spiritual, being a spirit. The Holy Spirit race, the race of the Holy Spirit. Are you joining again? Are you becoming one, no longer the fashion form of your flesh limited to it on earth? Are you willing to be the energy of something else, or are you going to a new land, or are you forming the promised land within you, or are you seeing the word, the energy, the consciousness coming forth within as you channel it, as you begin to pick up your pen and you begin to write the first person words on a notebook. You begin to write where you are the originator, not again in flesh limited to it, the knowledge of, but a new covenant coming forth. It's your time to birth the new birth that limits Christ not again from being you. My child, O leader. No longer the children in possession, valuing that which they think they need to worship, keeping them in flesh or on planet Earth. Will you see a new story? Will you become it? Will the story be about you? Jesus, the pattern. The pattern, you see, the story of Jesus is the story of you. The annunciation, the announcement, the declaration, the decree. Will you come forth now and see your words be made of your words, comprise your words? How are you going to assemble your words this day, O God, O Christ? Ye are gods. Isn't that mentioned twice in the common Christian Bible? But I'm not Christian anymore. I'm not looking for a soon-coming king or a Messiah. I'm creating creators because I am the voice of one. I'm one. I'm simply one, a common one, an old guy, 74 in Eureka Springs. And I teach like this. And I teach for you to be married, to me not. But the marriage supper of the Lamb will no longer be thought, that it's Christ of history coming back for a people who have been subservient to religion's words. This is the time of the creation of Christ that's no longer looking for a Messiah to serve or return to set up his kingdom. So this is Christ, not the Christian of, not the Christianity of. This is Christ, the rebel. Christ, the radical. There are 5 volumes. I may yet make them separate books even. And this is over 300 pages. But in volume 1, Jesus the commoner, the introduction. Man shall live by what? Jesus' life as a child. Jesus learned the voice of his Father. He learned to be taught. He learned how to learn. He learned what's called the Scriptures is not ultimate authority. Jesus learned what Scriptures applied to him. Jesus learned what Scriptures addressed his now. Now is the time, and it's not appointed unto salvation. To be saved, to be seeking another. It's for you to choose to be the real you. You know it's your time, some of you. You're no longer willing to be saved just to try to have faith to please a God. You're willing to lead out of where you've been into what you know not, but what you're no longer afraid of. You're no longer afraid of the knowledge. You're no longer afraid of the words of others. You're no longer afraid of men's eyes who stand against you, who tell you, you can't do that, you can't think that, you can't be that. And it's not that you want to show them wrong, but the internal motivation is generated in love, by love, where you become love, where your desire is to become the natural you, the real you. Before you ever wore clothes, you were naked in the garden? Oh, not ashamed, naked and not ashamed? Or was it before you even had flesh on? Volume 2, in Jesus the Pattern. Jesus, Jesus. Here's a section. The rebel. Another one. The revolutionary. The one-minded man. The radical. The revisionist. The reformer. The priest. The king. The educator. The perfect. The pattern. There's more to the story of Jesus than has ever been taught. And you, my friend, are the pattern, becoming the pattern. You see, the perfect pattern is as the pattern that made it, with precision, with accuracy. With power, the ability to do the same things. I love love. And when you're willing to love you first and see that you are incorporeal, not, or are you amorphous? Or are you something that you've never been before? Or did your consciousness rob you, revile you? Your consciousness. Is your consciousness limited to the scope of your visible reality? I ask you to see a new thought, hear a new realm, become of the Spirit. The conscientious? No, the conscious creator, and create you again, the newborn, the new birthing you in the new covenant that sees you as a child, not, or will you be the child of promise, bringing forth the child who begins to lead, who begins to have the knowledge of a new universe, a new realm, a new power to walk on water, to calm the storm. And recognize the power of words. That story of Jesus calming the storm. His disciples recognized him. He got in the boat. And what? And what happened after he got in the boat? They were immediately at the other side. They transcended time. The feeding of the 5,000. This is not a story for someone to read and recognize the power of somebody else. This is for you to recognize your power today, here and now, in the flesh that you now wear, and become not limited to it. By your mind, well, we're always having to redefine everything. And I'm going soon. I'm going to play pickleball. So this is not going to be long. I'm sharing with you my love, my light, my peace, for you to bring peace in the earth. You, woman, man, boy, girl, no matter what religion you've been, no matter what country you reside in, no matter your affluence, your caste, if you're willing to have the will, if you're willing to love rather than words that seemingly give you peace, a refuge from the storm about you, the comfort of some community who embraces their ideals. When you're willing to walk out of the comfort, the refuge of flesh, when you're willing to behold the Spirit of God, the Spirit of love, not a spirit that you're afraid of. The fear of God is the beginning of wisdom? No, my friend. The opposite. The radical, the revisionist, the revolutionary. Maybe it's time you think another thought and you conceive another child that's unmolecular, not molecular, no longer spun by the webs of defeat, who give you flesh feet. Many of you will come to a place, don't want to say it, many of you will come to a place of sorrow before you're willing to see the light. But you don't have to. You don't have to experience so much sorrow that you become so desperate after you experience so much derision, debasement, being told what to do, how to do it, when to cook, what to cook, iron the clothes, wash the pots and pans, sweep the floor, serve man. That's over. There's a new life. There's a promised land. The promised land you enter not after you die. You learn to defeat death and become the consciousness of one, the consciousness of the Creator, the creators who are all spirit, doing the things that Jesus did and more here on earth now, not limited to the flesh life. Learning to feed the 5,000, no longer having to cook a big meal, no longer having to go kill an animal to have sustenance, because your sustenance becomes the Word. Not in a Bible, but in your holy place, where your womb no more afflicts you to bring forth just flesh, but you begin to learn to bring forth a new birth, the intangible, present here and now, the invisible here and now that you see, feel, become acquainted with grief no more. No more bearing the sorrows and burdens of mankind's mind. No longer separating your mind from the Creator. No longer letting your mind rule you. The mind, the unregenerated, the molecular mind, is the accuser of the brethren. That which constantly challenges you, categorizes you as unworthy, condemns you, and says, you're not Christ, you're not God, you're worthless, you're unworthy. Bow before the King, submit to religion, submit to elders, submit to those who have authority over you. I'm Christ, knowing it, and I am thousands of beautiful women who have lived in poverty. No matter what you think of me, who am I? I am the I am. An old man? No, I am. I am the voice, I am the consciousness. But you see, who's speaking? Will the revelation be yours where you begin to speak to you, with you like this, where you become the teacher of your own words teaching you, where you begin to write questions during the day, and you set your alarm at 2 a.m. to get up so that I am answers you through your own words. Are you willing? I did for years. Are you willing to come into the new covenant? Do you want to seek it, search it? Do you want to be it? The woman Christ knows it's your time if you're ready to birth. You're ready to conceive the new word, the new life, the new birth. Being something different. Not just beholding something in faith, in a feeble mental state. The energy of one comes forth and defeats you no more. Women of love to be women of love. I am a man in love with women. I am a man in love with love. I am a woman. I am transgender, not, or am I no longer gender classified by, am I spirit? Will you come forth and conceive you in the words to bring forth the word as you, doing the things Jesus did and more? It's your time. If you're ready, write me. I told you how to write me. Contact me. I told you I live in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. I play pickleball 3 or 4 times a week. I walk the streets. I'm not unknown, but I'm not after you knowing me as much as you knowing you, and that you have the power to become your creator again, because you were. We were all creators, and we are the ones who created us and then separated us, our beings of light, love, peace, and power, into separate little units of our own creation to have our own will and exalt the power of our mind. We can think thoughts, we could think separately and nobody else would know what we were thinking. We could hide from our own flesh. When you're willing to no longer hide from your power, from your spirit, from the love of one, You have a guide. You have a path. The Meonic's way, the new covenant. Search my new covenant. The anointed woman, the blessed birth of the child, the virgin birth. This is the virgin birth, where you birth without the seed of man. Parthenogenesis, this is where you birth because you love. And love gives you the seed because love is the seed, because you become the seed, the creator, the birther, the newborn, the creation, the creator, the student, the teacher, the I am again. I love you, and I'm headed out. I have a school. I call it the School of the Anointed You. The school of you who will refuse your power no more. The school of the new covenant. The University of Christ. The University of Love. University of the new covenant. The new covenant me, the new covenant you, the new covenant us. No longer fearing heaven, no longer fearing hell, no longer fearing man, the tiger, the lion, the false teacher. I'm going to end with this. This is a lesson in the new covenant. You can search it online. You can read this. You can download this. You can study it. You can analyze it. This particular one is 1.4.469. That stands for Database 1, Volume 4, Lesson 469. And I'm just going to reference a footnote that I made in these words that I channeled. When did I channel this? December the 19th, 2006. Matthew 6:30, if God so clothe the grass of the field, and tomorrow is cast in the oven, shall God not much more clothe you? So take no thought, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink? Take no thought for tomorrow. Maybe there's another way to live. Maybe there's more to the story than Orthodox religion. Check out Isaiah chapter 60, verse 8. Who are these that fly as a cloud and as the doves to their windows? Who are these that fly? Is there another race we don't see? Another race of light beings, invisible beings, the Holy Spirit. Who are these that fly as a cloud? Walk on water, feed the 5,000, raise the dead, the new covenant. It's your time. Are you willing to enter the covenant to become the new covenant? Will you study the new covenant? Are you willing to learn to fly? Is there any precedent for this? Are there any words that speak to this? I have some. And the words that I have channeled over these years. Database 1 became the foundation for the school. You can go to thewomanchrist.com, click on the new covenant, and put in, as I'm sitting here, since my laptop is on, I'm just going to type in fly. And my little search engine says the word fly is used 413 times. And my little search engine, you can do this tonight. Fly? Are you willing to fly? If you're afraid of your power, wait. You don't want to go down that road of being afraid any longer, do you? You know what that's like, Neo. Don't get out the car now. Don't look down the road at the past. You know what that's like. You know where that leads. Depravity, baseness, brutality, death. But you are the promised one if you'll birth it. There's a maturing process. But okay, back to fly. Just fly. So the little search engine here gives you a one line of the sentence that the word you're looking for is in. So if I read just a couple of them, love me. Whisper in my ear sweet nothings, not come fly tonight. Shall we? Letting my word fly. Flyers only me. You ready, willing, and able to fly and come with me? Beside me, fully me. You see, the message of Christ is to become me, become the Christ. The Christ message is to become one, the equal and unafraid. No longer separating. Forward march, run, gallop, fly, soar, glide as I propel in the newness of the new things I am doing. I rest, I fly, I transcend and am. Hang on to me not, fly with me, come be me. This is the new covenant. Prophesied, realized, recognized. If you will birth it, you know it's your time. If it's your time, come to Eureka Springs. What will you do here? Will I be here? Will I be out of town? I don't know. Are you going to start a school in Eureka Springs or where you are, your community? In you first. Are you willing to obey, not another? Are you willing to conceive the words, not of faith, not of compliance, not of comfort, but of correction, where you seek correction? Oh, there were years and years. I was when these thoughts first came to me to pray to God for correction. I didn't know. Discipline? Oh, I was. But the idea to pray for correction, I began to pray for correction. And after months, there was a time It came to me, and I began to pray, hesitantly at first. I began to pray for discipline, and that I would know the discipline of God because I trusted love. And then months later, the idea came to me to pray for judgment, and I was afraid to do so. And I see a lot of these things I've given a lot of details about in past videos, teachings, but I was afraid. And when I finally got up the guts, the gumption, the wherewithal to literally say out loud, God, judge me, and meant it with all of my being. I kind of did this and I did this and I kind of thought a moment and I thought, well, I'm still breathing. So I've come a long way. And you can too. You are no longer bound by the past and the paradigm of the powerless that keeps you seeking God to intervene in your life or for your children, your family, or your nation. There's more to the story. Don't wait until you're so desperate. Don't wait till after you've been decimated and filled with despair. Create the Creator who is you. The woman Christ, it's your time. Men, women, with the womb of love. The womb of love, no longer conspiring to serve another. Create the love that loves each other equally so that you love men, women, married, no matter what color they are, no matter what gender they are, gay, straight, those in prison, those who hate you, spitefully use you, spit on you. Love them because you understand underneath the shell of flesh is life itself. The spirit that formed, that still has the opportunity to birth again the new birth. And that's why you reach out, and that's why you love them. You love them, and you project onto them no more your condemnation. You no longer project your power to hold them by the chains of their mind. You set them free in the freedom that you cannot possess, that can no longer be chained. You set them free in the freedom that freedomizes each other. And that's why you start a school. That's why you live. You have a reason to live that you never had before. A motivation, a desire, not limited by want. The desire of Christ to be Christ. No longer groaning in the flesh, but growing it up to be the real us. Sometimes playing pickleball, having coffee, sharing a meal. Bread and wine? Yep, I like both. Bourbon too. Some brandies. Be religious not. Be the lover of you first. Love your children. Love your parents. Forgive them of everything. Begin to imbibe not the cask of the flesh, but the Spirit. The Spirit. And be, yes, the holy you. No longer seeing God as divine. See the divinity of flesh not, but see the sacredness of love. That's pure light, loving each other. Enjoying life, recreating it. in a community that may be yours where you live, maybe here, maybe across the nation, maybe as an influencer, a preacher, teacher, whatever you want to call yourself, no longer letting words limit you. Be the real I am. Golly, 50 minutes, not very short, was it? Well, grow your kingdom. Enjoy your consciousness. And wear the real colors of you, whatever they are. The energy spectrum, no more limited. Be the original I am in the love of one. Theodore Cottingham, thewomanchrist.com. The New Covenant, free. You can go in and search on it all day long. Study. And if you care, if you're in this school, it's an hour a day minimum. Hour a day minimum. Hour a day minimum. And you can find in here where it says, where God, where love spoke. Said, tell them to pick up their pen and write me every day, and write me, and I will begin writing through them, through their own pen. Because the consciousness will become created by surrender, by love. 3 hours a day for the serious. It's rigorous. It's not easy. This is the School of the Woman Christ. I am Theodore Cottingham in Eureka Springs. You can write me at Box 34, Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Come see me, have coffee. I don't know. Maybe I'll have a seminar here soon. A conference. You can let me know if you're interested. You can email me at thewomanchrist.com. I love you all. Good day. Share these words. Share love. Be the powerless you no more. But empower your love with love for everyone. Thank you. Good day. Share this channel. Share your love.